Hello everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Valmore. So today I'm going to be bringing you two recipes from Hero's Feast. The first is a breakfast staple, not just amongst the dwarves but amongst us as well, and it's oatmeal. And for the second, the dwarves are known and celebrated for their ales, but this is going to be a wine. This is Dwarven Mulled wine and Gully Dwarf Homestyle Porridge. Let's get started. And I'm going to start this by peeling the orange skin. Some of this is going to be used as garnish, and the rest of it is going to be used to flavor the wine. And now I'm going to juice the oranges. And for the final little bit of prep I'm going to do, I am going to take a couple of these peels of orange and I'm going to pierce them through with some pieces of clove. So now I am going to put my orange juice into the pot, put in some brown sugar, and I'm going to let the sugar dissolve in and bring that up to a simmer. And now that that is simmering, I'm going to add in the wine. The orange peels and the clove, and a cinnamon stick. And then I'm going to bring that up to a simmer and then let it simmer for about an hour. So while the wine is simmering in some melted butter, I'm going to toast up the oats. And I'm just going to toast those for a few minutes until the fragrance starts to get nutty. Now that those have toasted up and they smell nice and fragrant, I'm going to add in the water. I'm going to bring this up to a simmer. Both of these recipes come to us from Kryn. This mulled wine was created in conjunction with the elves to celebrate the end of the Kinslayer War. If you remember the Qualinasti vegetable stew, I talked a bit about this war that separated the Qualinasti and Sylvanesti elves. But this war ravaged the entire region, not just the elves. The Sword Sheath Scroll was the name of the treaty signed by the elves, the humans of the Empire of Ergoth, and the dwarves of Thorbarden. The dwarves provided the wine, the elves provided the fruit and the spice. The dwarves like to use it especially during diplomatic relations. Now that that's simmering, I'm going to add in the milk. And I'm just going to let this continue to simmer until it thickens up. The Gully Dwarves are a subset of dwarf that break the mold of traditional stereotypes. They don't care much for crafting, the grandeur of goods, preferring their items to be functional. They don't care much for the grand halls of the other dwarves. Instead, they live in abandoned villages or mines, or in the slums and dumps of larger cities. They tend to be smaller in stature than the other dwarves, and they're scavengers. They will eat literally anything. Trash, refuse, parts of animals that others wouldn't go near, and their food is often inedible sludge. This porridge is named after them mockingly, because most of their food kind of looks like the consistency of porridge, regardless of what's in it. Now that that's thickened up, I'm going to add in some brown sugar and some salt. I'm going to stir that in. Then I'm going to take that off the heat and let it continue to thicken up a bit. Now into the wine, I'm going to add some brandy and some vanilla. I'm going to stir that in and just let it continue simmering for about a minute. I'll finish it off with a little brown sugar and some cream. So I probably should have let the oatmeal cook a little longer. The oats were cooked and it was delicious, but it needed to thicken up a bit more. It wasn't soup by any means. I just don't think I left it on there enough. But like I said, it was delicious, and I love oatmeal. So this is definitely something I will make again. And it's there ready for your personal customizations. A little bit of chopped fruit, or one of my personal favorites, some maple syrup in it. Or you can even go a little savory with some chopped up bacon and chives. Any of it would be delicious. The wine was also fantastic. The two might not go great together, but if you're going to eat like a dwarf, you might as well drink like a dwarf. The strong fall spices in this make it aromatic and delicious. And serving it nice and hot, with the weather changing, this will warm you up very quickly. I hope you enjoyed. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at chef_Velmore. The links will be in the description of the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and come on back next week for another recipe.